Hey everybody, Brandon with Bearded CB82, and today for starting off diesel, we're going to go ahead and look at some electrical service tools. Now these are just going to be kind of the basics, some of the things that will get you started, some other things you might look into down the road. That's going to be up to you depending on where you're at. If you're just in the service pit for a little while, some of the things you can hold off on, but some tools are very good, and if you're going to get them, especially if you're still in, say, a tech school where you get a student discount, some of the things you're going to want to jump on because it's hard to beat half off. Now, I understand that what trucks that certain, or what dealers that certain colleges work with is going to be different, and the types of discounts they'll give you either up front or overall across the truck if you do cash. Some things might vary, but for the most part, your basic stuff, a couple things you can go light on, a couple things I'm going to recommend. Now on that, let's take a look and kind of see what I've got set up here. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and start with the basics. I mean, what else? So obviously, you're going to be servicing electrical. You're going to need a set of strippers. As soon as I hold it into view, there we go, that's a better angle. Going to need a set of strippers. Do get something that is a little bit more on the heavy duty side. I know some of those kits that you get that, well, they come with all the fuses and they're like $20 at your hardware stores, your Napas, O'Reilly's, things of that nature. The longer strippers that those have and the crimpers with them, leave those in your truck. You never know when you need them for your own truck. You're doing stuff day in, day out, and it's a lot of wear and tear on stuff. Do get something somewhat reputable. Plenty of strippers out there. You've got plenty of stuff by Greenlee, Klein, the list goes on and on and on and on, but do get something semi-reputable. These are made in the USA. These are just a little Blue Point one, but as far as basics go, this is a fairly decent set, and you can get these relatively inexpensively. A little bit up from that, but I do recommend something akin to this. These guys, the Paul Whiskey Charlie 57 Charlie Foxtrot, and these are very, very good, especially for your insulated butt connectors. You want to use the insulated crimper for those, not the non-insulated one that's going to puncture them and cause chaos. So get yourself good crimpers with the insulated and non-insulated. You can see the difference there. So that way you don't wind up puncturing your butt connector as well and allowing moisture to get in there and turning a nice green color like this one. That does. So heat shrink connectors are pretty standard. But yeah, if you puncture those wrong, fun down the road. Next up, you do want a decent test light. This one 24 volt, just because the old man still got the 4020, and that is a 24 volt system. This is good up to like 48 volts on the max side. So it makes it a really good one for me. These do run just a hair more than their 12 volt ones, but get something similar to this where you can actually read your voltage. That'll let you know if you got a weak wire, because if you've got only 5 or 6 volts running to a light system and you got a LED on there, and it happens to be dark out, it's gonna look like it's lighting up normally when you just don't have the voltage to it. So something akin to this, a good test light, there again, it'll go a long ways. Then of course, multimeters. Like I said at the beginning, if you are a student and you do get a student discount, you can go with Fluke, Snap-on, whoever. You can, even if you're starting off in that little bitty Cronova that I'll post a link up here to that video that I did on that thing, that would be something good to at least start with, because it does work. It will do good continuity tests, checking resistance on circuits, especially higher ranges, definitely up to the 5K. So get yourself a decent little digital meter. You could spend $20, you could spend about $400, like this guy. But there's a long gamut in between, but a semi-decent meter, something you can throw in your drawer, be good for you. Now on the other stuff, like I said, some things you might be interested in getting yourself. Sometimes shops will have them where you don't have to worry about them for your kit. Be your terminal, tool, crimpers. The other guy that has the green box, he had a set, and you get to using those so often, especially for having to make your own plugs, because it crimps the little terminals to the wire. You do that enough, you might invest in your own pair, and there again, that's where if you get a student discount, you can get this kit, which was fair priced for everything that you get, between your 4 different jaw sets, actually decent packaging, and the crimper itself. I think this ran just around $100. So if you get a discount, you get something like this for $50. Jump on it, because it's going to be better and a little cheaper than what you're paying on Amazon for some of the other ones I checked out before I did bite the bullet on these guys. But they get the crap used out of them, and they work really well. This might be an option down the road as you progress in your career and you're doing a lot more electrical in fixing things that somebody else got a hold of and just didn't want to quite use the right tool for the job. There again. So sometimes the right tool for the job might be a necessity, but this will be something down the road. There's plenty of options out there for crimpers. Take a look at that. Do want at least a semi-decent digital multimeter. Don't get the meter made from Harbor Freight. Oh, use that as a freaking fishing weight. You do want a decent set of crimpers, and I was just talking to Dave. Oh, he's hiding behind a truck. He stopped in today. Dave Tumbleson from If It's Not Broke, Fix It. Say hi. Hi. He's pretty sure that his Carlisle ones are dang near the exact same thing as these guys. And I guess last month they were on sale for $20, which is dang near half off. It's definitely $12 off their normal price. So keep an eye out for sales as well. I'm definitely going to take his word for it. But either way, do some research, do some searching around. For a regular set of strippers like this, like I said, there's plenty of options. All your mega home stores like Home Depot, they carry Kleins and everything else. As far as end stripper, because occasionally you will get up against a bulkhead where you'll have to strip down, put your butt connector on the wire, put your other wire in, then you can crimp it and go from there, because the strippers being back here sometimes might be a little bit of an impedance, but do get yourself a kind of a pair like that. It'll be a good option for you. So this is kind of just a basic rundown of some of the simplest and basic stuff you might want going into this, because also if you're servicing trucks, nice little voltmeter, even if it is $20, $30, what have you. Checking battery voltage, because some places checking battery voltage may be part of your service program. It's going to vary from where you go, what shop you're in, but always handy. Check voltage, especially on your alternator. That'd be another good thing too. So do recommend at least something decent that'll run the full gamut and go from there. So anyways, until next time, remember, shop safety is just as important as firearm safety. You screw something up, somebody could die, and I'm going to go hang out with Dave for a little bit. Later.